Hey guys, it's Thunder here from HG Central, again narrating a video here from MattJ155, and I'm here talking in depth about the original Gran Turismo's arcade mode. The arcade mode in the original Gran Turismo can be seen as a sort of quick race for the players who just want to get in and drive, and aren't too worried about mastering the game or being given a limited choice on what to drive. Those who have played both arcade and Gran Turismo mode may have noticed that in arcade mode, the standard cars are capable of much higher speeds and exceptional amounts of grip, as well as some of the tracks having some elevation changes in certain spots, making it possible for cars to gain airtime. This is perhaps most noticeable with Trial Mountain. As this mode gives you a selection of cars, you're unable to buy or sell any additional cars here, or be able to modify them, or even be able to get any credits for Gran Turismo mode. There is a bit of progress to the arcade mode in the form of the bonus items. The menu here hints on unlockables that can be earned through playing the arcade mode. To unlock additional tracks, you have to win at the already unlocked tracks with a Class A, Class B, and Class C car. Winning at the additional tracks as well will earn you unlockables as shown at the bottom, an unlockable earned when beating each track on easy, normal, and hard difficulty. Speaking of the difficulties, each is connected to a different unlockable that you can earn. Anytime you win a race on easy difficulty, you'll receive a blue dot on the bonus items, which by the time you start to win races on tracks 5 through 8, eventually unlock you additional car manufacturers, which in the case of the North American and European releases are Subaru, Toyota, Dodge and Chrysler, and TVR. In the Japanese release, Toyota and Subaru are both already unlocked at default, making Aston Martin and Chevrolet unlockable manufacturers instead. Should you win a race on medium difficulty, you will receive a yellowish-orange dot on the item screen. Winning all races on medium difficulty unlocks you the game's ending movie, which is accessible at any time after unlocking. Lastly, should you win a race on hard difficulty, you'll receive a red dot on the item screen. Winning all races on hard difficulty grants access to the Hi-Fi Gran Turismo mode, also known as Hi-Res GT, which takes the existing special stage route tracks and modifies them to make them playable at 60 frames per second, 50 frames per second in PAL regions. It should be noted, however, that if you decide merely to just skip the easy and normal difficulties and instead just do every race on hard only, you will still earn all of the rewards earned from easy and normal, meaning you can finish the arcade mode doing fewer races and still earn everything that there is to be unlocked from the bonus item screen. Now for the car classes themselves. Class A features the game's fastest vehicles in stock form, where the likes of Nissan Skylines, Mazda RX-7s, Honda NSXs, and other similar cars can be seen. If you want to make your task of completing arcade mode a bit easier with Class A, recommended cars and cars that I consider to be my favorites are available here, such as the aforementioned Skyline GTR V-Spec, Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo, the exclusive to arcade Chevrolet Corvette Stingray 427, and unlockables like the Toyota Supra RZ, Dodge Viper GTS, and TVR Cerbera are in nearly all cases recommended, as thanks to an excellent combination of speed and handling that's shared on nearly all tracks. Class B is the mid-range, where cars such as the Nissan 180SX, Honda Prelude, and Mitsubishi FTO are seen as common opponents. Recommendations include any of the three aforementioned cars, as well as others like the Honda Integra Type R, and most especially the Mitsubishi Eclipse, which is one of the strongest in its class thanks to its higher speed and stronger handling ability. Finally, Class C features the game's lower range cars, where more common vehicles are seen, like the Nissan Primera and Honda Civic Si. Whilst there is not as much to choose from here, still recommended vehicles includes the aforementioned Civic Si, the Mitsubishi Mirage Asti RX, and the arcade-exclusive Mazda Roadster RS, of which, along with the Corvette Stingray from Class A, is not available in the Japanese release. As noted twice before, these recommendations possess the same kind of speed and handling that puts them above the rest in the class. If you own the Japanese release, some of the cars available are different. First, as mentioned before, both the Corvette Stingray and Roadster RS are completely missing from the Japanese release. The Roadster is replaced with the Mazda Lantis Type R 2000 4-door coupe. For Toyota, the Soarer 2.5 GTT is replaced with the Sprinter Trueno GT spec, giving Toyota a Class C car that was otherwise not seen in the other releases, at least in arcade mode. For Nissan, the Fairlady Z version S Twin Turbo is replaced with the S13 Silvia K's 2000cc, giving the brand two different S13s to choose from in the Japanese release for arcade mode. Finally, for Mitsubishi, the Eclipse is replaced with the Lancer Evolution 4, giving Mitsubishi two Class A cars rather than two Class B cars. All the tracks being shown thanks to Matt will be in order, which means after having started with High Speed Ring, it's now over to Trial Mountain. With the completion of these first 4 tracks, we've now got the later 4 unlocked to go through. This is where we'll be getting the more acquired unlockables from this point onwards. With Autumn Ring, Toyota is now unlocked. Included is the Super RZ, a favorite amongst JDM fans and a multiple-time JGTC/Super GT Championship winning car. Then there's the Celica GT4, a highly successful nameplate in the World Rally Championship during the first half of the 1990s, before the team would end up receiving a 1-year ban from the WRC after it was caught using illegal turbo restrictors in 1995 with the ST205 seen here. Next, we have the MR2 GTS, a popular mid-engine sports car that has a loyal following, especially in its SW20 generation trim as seen here. And lastly, we have the Soarer 2.5 GTT, a sporty luxury coupe that houses the same 1JZ engine as seen in the Mark III Supra. This car was also known outside of Japan as the Lexus SC300. As mentioned before, in the Japanese release, the Soarer is replaced with the Sprinter Trueno GT Apex, a legendary rear-wheel drive lower-end sports car popular amongst drifting enthusiasts and perhaps best recognized as the main vehicle seen in the manga/anime Initial D. With Deep Forest, Subaru is now unlocked. Included is the Impreza WRX STI version 3, the then latest incarnation of the popular sports sedan that was best known for its large success in the World Rally Championship during the 90s, which up to that point included a Drivers' Championship in 1995 with Colin McRae and 3 straight Manufacturers' Championships from 1995 to 1997. Next is the Legacy RS Touring Sedan, still largely another sports sedan from Subaru, but more suited for the luxury market. Rounding up the brand are wagon variants of both the Impreza and Legacy. but Special Stage Route 5 Dodge is now unlocked, also known as Chrysler in the European and Japanese releases. First we have is the concept car, previously known as Copperhead. It was designed to be a more affordable and more suitable equivalent to the next car over, the Viper. Both the GTS and RT10 variants can be seen in this game, the GTS however having a more powerful V10 engine making 450 horsepower versus the RT10 with a modest 400. These cars are often amongst the most desirable to most in terms of arcade unlockables thanks to their incredible speed and handling capabilities. As you saw, completion of the last race, Grand Valley Speedway, shows off the game's ending movie and gives us 2 additional extras to help complete the bonus screen. At this point, we've officially unlocked everything. The last 2 unlockables includes the last manufacturer left, TVR. Available here is the Cerbera, a phenomenally quick sports car for its price and power range, as well as 2 trims of the well-recognized Griffith, the Griffith 500 and Griffith 4.0. In the Japanese release, the 4.0 is substituted for the Japan-sold Black Bull B340 trim. And last but not least, we now have the previously mentioned high-res GT mode, which lets you drive laps around modified variants of the Clubman Stage Route 5, Special Stage Route 5, and Special Stage Route 11 tracks that run at a smooth and consistent 60 frames per second, 50 frames per second in the PAL release. I'll leave it now to Matt as he'll show you around the high-res variant of Special Stage Route 11. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Thunder. You join me for a quick lap of Special Stage Route 11, the last of 3 nighttime tracks you can play on GT Hi-Fi, also known as High-Res GT. Interestingly, this mode of gameplay is also playable on Gran Turismo mode, otherwise known as Simulation mode. It can be unlocked by beating the Gran Turismo World Championship event. Interestingly, it's the only event on GT mode that doesn't award the player a car for completing it. The advantage of unlocking GT Hi-Fi on Gran Turismo mode is that you can drive any car around the tracks, while on arcade mode, you're stuck to the mode's limited car choices. Still, on arcade mode, you do benefit from all the car's boosted stats on the NTSC and PAL version, so there is merit in unlocking GT Hi-Fi in both modes of gameplay. To allow the game to run at 60 FPS or 50 FPS in the PAL version, the courses contain less detail than in general gameplay, so you're likely to notice buildings and other bits of scenery missing during this lap of Special Stage Route 11. Anyway, back to the lap itself. The Cerbera does drive reasonably well, but tends to understeer a little more than other available cars, making the Impreza and the Viper GTS my personal favourites, and the ones I'd recommend over any others. Special Stage Route 11 is probably the toughest course on the entire game, due to its lack of runoff areas, its many tight corners, and the sheer length of it. A lap with a standard car can take up to 2 minutes in fact. This lap of mine here was pretty average in fact. So thanks again for watching this video on arcade mode by myself and Thunder from HG Central. I hope you found it useful in completing arcade modes yourselves. See you next time.